might have the things I missed, but don't be unkind. It don't mean I'm blind. Perhaps there's a thing or two I think I'm lying in bed I shouldn't have said, but there it is. You see, it's all clear. You were meant to be here. From the beginning, from the beginning. You were meant to be here. From the beginning, from the beginning. Hello, welcome to the Good Info Cafe, where we meet each day for fun, music, fellowship, and big, helpful concepts. So here we go. I did that song because just got off the phone recently with Brent, who is contributing to this channel. Very detailed feedback that he gives, and very much appreciated. And it was a great conversation. We are on the same page in so many ways. And that song, you were meant to be here. From the beginning, from the beginning. He has something called Think Tank 2.0. Brent does. It'll be launching at another time, and I'm going to give feedback there. So it's great, the quality of people who have visited this beta testing content channel to see about launching a series in the new year. So the subject for today is misinformation, contrast with disinformation, and then a universal rubric, the rubric that I have for grading things. It can be used to grade science, math, music, art, sculpture, dance, physical education. It can be used to grade any subject. It's a universal rubric. And then the question for today is, and then I'm going to grade, yesterday I forgot to grade the controlled media and the independent media based on how accurate they are and how good it is, good reliable information. So I'll grade them right now. The controlled media gets an F grade because the information that they provide is not very good and not very reliable. Independent media does get an A because their information is much more reliable. And the standard is seeking the truth. So when it comes to information, the more the source is seeking the truth, the more reliable it is, the better it is. Even you can see if there's independent media that says something that's kind of against their narrative, they still say it. Or if it even hurts the person who's speaking or the institution that's speaking, and if it hurts them and they still say it, that's where you know you're at a good place. Now then, of course, the saboteurs and the bad information will then try to do that sometimes to draw you in, because the lies are mixed with the good stuff. Someone was just saying this, it might have been Brent, whereas the good information doesn't rely on lies, but a lie has to be transferred along with good information. The lie has to have that good stuff next to it. All right, so misinformation and disinformation. Make this very simple. Misinformation is when someone passes on, the source passes on bad information, harmful, hurtful information without first checking it. So, and then disinformation is when you do it on purpose. You pass on bad, harmful information on purpose, consciously, to hurt others, to confuse others. Miss is when you just do it by accident. Now, when you pass on information that you don't know if it's true or not, but it is true, it is good, that's not misinformation. This is the negative. These are negative. Well, except for disinformation, when the Nazi asks the Danish fishermen, where are the Jews? Do you have any Jews on your boat? And they say no, and the Jews make it to Sweden, I think, and they save innocent lives by lying. That's good disinformation. But the intelligence community and the people in positions of power, they justify their disinformation all the time, and they're not right a lot of the time. They're just justifying their lies. But here we go. Oh, this is what I was going to do yesterday. I was going to do that. If is a small word with a big meaning. All right, here's the rubric, and I'm going to go faster here. This is they don't say universal rubric, but it's a universal rubric that can be used for any subject, and I'm going to try to put it here so you can freeze it and study at the top. Line is a good one to look at. This is how you get an A, a B, a C, or a D, or a failing. Excellent, good, average, below average, and what? So, for example, excellent for accuracy. Information is clearly supported by details, evidence, and reason, and data is factual, authentic at least 90% of the time. And then here's the big picture of it. It goes through each of the concepts from the iFlap. So I'm looking at the time. Okay, so there you have the rubric on how I grade things, and I gave an F to the controlled media and an A to the independent media. All right, so the other thing is, well, when I say welcome to the Good Info Cafe, also keep this in mind. If you don't like my kind of music, fun, fellowship, and helpful big picture concepts, then why are you here? So those who don't like my kind, I'm going to give you a moment to switch channels. Out of here. Okay, thanks for sticking around. Those who are sticking around, who do tap into and appreciate this style. What else? The universal rubric, misinformation, disinformation. And my question, my question for the day is, did the Beatles change a lot from their last public concert or their last live outdoor concert at Candlestick Park in San Francisco in August, like 29th or 26th of 1966? Did they change a lot when they then to about January, February of 1967? Seems like they changed a lot. Paul McCartney got taller, but he was only 24, 25 at that time. So, you were meant to be here.